Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear student, honorable guardians, and those who are watching me right now. Assalamu alaikum. I hope all of you are safe and sound. Though we are passing a very hard time due to COVID-19, you are watching online English class. I am Muhammad Anowar Hossain with you, Assistant Teacher English, Ulania Coronation High School, Ulania Mendigans, Barishal. My dear student, before starting my class, I want to move to computer screen. Let's move to computer screen and get started our today's lesson. Welcome to my class. This is introduction. My dear student, before going to start our today's lesson, let's see some image and text to guess something. Yes, this is a very cute cat. She said, "How funny the cat is." The next one, the next sentence is, she exclaimed with joy that the cat was very funny. Look, between the two sentences, we find some difference. In the last sentence, exclaim with joy was used instead of said, and that was used instead of inverted comma. Then the subject of repeated speech comes at first, the cat, and then verb is changed into was, and then very. We add a new word very, and then the extension funny. What a dreadful danger the tsunami is. They exclaim with sorrow that the tsunami was a great dreadful danger. How awesome the sea storm is. We exclaim with wonder that the sea storm was a great awesome. My dear students, do you know? Can you guess what we are going to discuss in our class? Try to guess. Yes, right you are. We are going to discuss direct and indirect speech of exclamatory sentence. So our today's lesson is how to change the speech of exclamatory sentence. Learning outcomes. After completing these lessons, you will be able to define exclamatory sentences, identify the structures of changing speech, and then change direct speech into indirect. My dear students, we are watching some interesting picture. The first one, the waterfalls. The second one, a bird caught a fish, and then the river erosion. And the last one is very interesting. Two cat is dancing. What have you meant by the picture? Yes, try to guess. Something strange, amazing, pathetic, and wonderful. So, what is exclamatory sentence? Please try to answer the question and then match with my answer. I think you have answered the questions. So now match your answer with my want. The sentence which expresses something strange, amazing, pathetic, and wonderful is an exclamatory sentence. He said to me, "What a nice scenery it is." He exclaimed with joy that it was a very nice scenery. My dear students, between the two sentences we find something difference. The last sentence, exclaim with joy, was used instead of said to, and that was used instead of inverted comma. Then the subject come first, and then verb and article are, and then extra word very, and then extension. He said to me, "Alas, I am undone." He exclaimed with sorrow that he was undone. So, how to change exclamatory sentence from direct to indirect? My dear student, now we are going to learn how to change exclamatory sentence from direct to indirect. Look at the rules of exclamatory sentence. At the first, we have to put subject and then exclaim with joy or exclaim with sorrow or exclaim with wonder. If the reported speech express joy, we use exclaim with joy instead of reporting verb. If the reported speech express sorrowness, then we used exclaim with sorrow instead of reporting verb. We also can use exclaimed with wonder, exclaimed with surprise, or only exclaimed if we could not able to understand what the reported speech expresses. And then that instead of inverted comma and then subject of reported speech and then verb and article if there has any article of indirect speech, and then very or great and then extension. This is the rules how to change exclamatory sentence from direct to indirect. So dear students, learn this rule very carefully and try to understand how exclamatory sentence can be changed into indirect speech. Okay, look, we have some more example to practice our sentence for better understanding. What a funny picture it is, Rifon said. So the answer will be, the Rifon exclaimed with joy that it was a very funny picture. So what a funny picture it is, this sentence express something joy. So here we use exclaim with joy instead of said, and then that instead of inverted comma, and then a subject it and verb was and article a, and we add extra word very and then funny picture. My dear students, so we are going to practice some more examples. He said to me, "How pathetic the scenery is." Here, reported speech is how pathetic the scenery is. So, you can understand that this reported speech express sorrowness. We use here exclaim with sorrow instead of said to, and then that instead of reported instead of inverted comma, and then the subject of the of reported is the scenery, as the scenery is third person, so we do not need to change the subject, and then verb was instead of is, and then very. All of you know that in exclamatory sentence, if we want to change direct to indirect, we have to add a word very or great but just after just before of a noun or adjective. Here is another example. She said, "How cute the baby looks." She exclaimed with joy that the baby looks very cute. In this sentence, sentence, reported speech expresses joyfulness. So here we used exclaim with joy instead of reporting verb. He said, "How wonderful the bird is." She exclaimed with wonder that the bird was very wonderful. Here, the reported speech expresses wonderfulness, so we used exclaim with wonder instead of reporting verb. Dear students, you all of you are suggested to practice some sentence for our better understanding. Let's practice. Here is a list of some sentence, and you are suggested to practice this sentence. After completing your practice, then try to match your answer with my answer. The first one, he said to me how happy I am. The second one, he said, hooray, we have won the match. The third one, oh God, what a pity, he cried. The fourth one, he said, what an interesting event it is. The five, they said, alas, we have lost our house. So here are the answers. Dear student, try to match your answer with this answer. The first one, he exclaimed with sorrow that he was very unhappy. The second one, he exclaimed with joy that they had won the match. She cried with grief that it was a great pity. He exclaimed with joy that it was a very interesting event. They exclaimed with sorrow that they had lost their house. So my dear students, now I am going to give you some homework. All of you are suggested to do this exercise in your home by yourself, and then show your homework to your class teacher when your school will be opened, or when your school opens. Convert the following sentence into indirect. Here are some sentences. I recite the sentence. The man said to the lady, how thin your baby is. He said to me, what an excellent idea it is. Mother said to the boy, bravo, you have done well. The poor man said, alas, I am very sick. They said, what a competing match it was. My dear students, I will continue to process narration next. Till then, may Allah bless you. Thank you all.